this journey for me of desiring His presence, it led me to a place here in Arlington called the Prayer Room. Has anyone here heard of the Prayer Room? Okay, you've heard of the Prayer Room. Some of my friends from the Prayer Room are here right now. I love other people are raising their hands too. So the Prayer Room is a place here in the city. We do live prayer and worship 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we have some 80 people who are committed to be there every week at the same time. You can choose whatever time you want. Just come be there and just be part of the prayer and worship in the room with us. So I'm talking about full-time teachers, full-time stay-at-home moms, college students, people who have lives outside of the real world, but they value the place of prayer and come in to be there once a week, sometimes some more, but at least once a week. And as I've been part of the prayer room and another prayer room up in Kansas City where I was for 4 years, I've really been discovering God's heart for us to be priests. In the Old Testament, the temple, the tabernacle, was the centerpiece of the community. That was where God's presence was. That's what all of life revolved around, the tabernacle, or later the temple. And then in the New Testament, we're not priests in that way. The priests, at the temple or the tabernacle in the Old Testament would offer the animal sacrifices and all this as an expression of praise and worship to God. In the New Testament, we don't do that. But 2 Peter chapter 2 says we are still a holy priesthood. We're called to minister to the heart of God, and He loves it. When we were singing those worship songs earlier, He was just like, yes, my people love me, this is great. We were touching His heart. We were being priests. And this is what we're called to do. So this poem is called Priest Forever. And it's the story of all of us as humanity, because we're always meant to be priests. That's what I've been discovering. From the Garden of Eden onto eternity in the New Jerusalem with Jesus, we're always meant to be priests. And sin broke that. But Jesus came as the great high priest to make a way for us to go back into our true calling. What was our true calling from the garden? To be priests before Him in this presence. So this poem is the story of everything from the garden through the perspective of the priesthood. In the beginning, not your beginning but mine, I opened up my eyes and saw your face. In that second, you were all I knew, because I was only created for you. I was the start of your dream come true. I was the song you sang, the picture you drew. And though I was but breath and dust, you laid on me this sacred trust. Tend and keep the place of my presence. Serve and guard the place of my throne. You will stand, you will serve, you will minister, you will burn, you will gaze and inquire. You are a priest forever. But then there came the darkest day. I listened to the words. Did God really say? I turned my eyes and lost His face. Yet still, His eyes were on me. His hands reached in and got dirty. He taught me slow, taught me gently, called me out and called me kingly. I forgot, but He believed in where this thing was going. And then, in the fullness of time, you sent your Son to intercede. He would stand, He would serve, He would minister, He would burn. The second Adam, the Lamb who was slain, Jesus, you are a priest forever, my great high priest. And so, covered in His blood, smothered in His sacrifice, saturated in His righteousness, I stand here again before your face. And though I am but breath and dust, by grace I'll keep this sacred trust. I will stand, I will serve, I will minister, I will burn, I will gaze and inquire. I am a priest forever. My incense arises, mingled with His. My heart bleeds with the dream of His. My tears fall to the ground with His. My joy rings out through the heavens with His. And though I claim the blessing of believing what I do not yet see, there is coming a day when faith will be sight. The sea of glass I see in my mind, I will see and feel beneath my feet. The great high priest, I'll stand before